Hello and welcome back to another video on the Wrestle Today and to another edition of Raw out of 10. Big show today. We've got all the build up to Royal Rumble, of course, just a few weeks away now. And yeah, there's lots happening on the Raw brand at the moment. We've got Becky Lynch Doudrop for the Raw Women's title, Brock v Lashley, of course, so lots happening. Let's get straight into it. Becky Lynch kicked off Raw and we're still running with the Van Gogh gimmick. Beck said that WWE legends like Lita and Mickey already returning to get a chance to face her for the women's title. She added the likes of Doudrop would never become a champion as long as she was running the division. Before she came out to tell her she was wrong, Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan came out as well and announced their entrance into the Royal Rumble and said they would beat Becky before we went into the tag match. Lynch and Doudrop were weirdly tagging together against the other two. Doudrop and Bianca were in the ring when we headed back from a break. The two argued and were on running to tag before Bianca used a distraction to hit a drop kick. Doudrop then came back in and Bianca tried to hit her with a KOD and she took her outside. In the ring, Becky hit the manhandle slam on Liv and almost got the pin, but Doudrop broke it up. She dragged Becky to the corner and forced a tag before getting the splash on Liv. After the match, Doudrop hit a Bonanza bomb into the corner to wipe Becky out, sending her a message as the show moved on. Yeah, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. To be honest, Doudrop and Becky Lynch just teaming up like that just didn't feel right at all. 5 out of 10 from me. Backstage, Reginald asked Edge for his advice on how to beat Amos, and he said he didn't think Reggie could win. Before Damian Priest walked up and asked for pointers, before Beth Phoenix got a note from Maurice asking her to meet alone in the ring. Edge said it was a trap and there'd be no matter of it happening. Before Kevin Owens walked up to Damian Priest and said that he was looking for a matchup tonight. Owens was out next and invited Seth Rollins to the KO show. Owens praised Rollins' outfits and then called him courageous for showing up on SmackDown to challenge Roman. Rollins said Roman was scared and he had to send his cousins on him, who failed to take him out. The duo agreed that they were the future of the Red Brand and not Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley before planning their title match once Rollins won and Owens wins the Royal Rumble. Damian Priest then came out to call them both losers and said he was ready to face Owens. Owens unloaded on Priest as the match began and hit a senton before locking in a submission. Damian then sent Kevin outside and took a big kick when he tried to rush KO at ringside before Owens got a big dive onto the apron. After a break, Damian was in control and Owens took a big clothesline. Priest then set KO up on the ropes before missing the suplex, but Owens got a big senton for a near fall. Damian then blocked the stunner twice and tried for his own finisher before Damian got the chokeslam for a near fall and Owens clutched his leg and the referee nearly called the match off, but then KO hit a stunner off of nowhere after playing a little trick. And yeah, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's a decent win for Owens, but you know, having Priest lose his first match on the main roster like that is kind of a bit underwhelming, especially as it makes him look like a bit of a dork. Nikki ASX was backstage and said that Rhea was the real villain for breaking their team up. Before Alpha Academy were out next for Otis' graduation, Gable flouted his master's degree before the crowd chanted for RK Bro. Otis got his diploma before promising carnage for any tag teams that were going to challenge him. Riddle then came out in his own graduation gown and started a speech on Raw before Gable told him he wasn't invited. Riddle said he was proud of them, but Gable still denied him the rematch. Gable said that Riddle had to go through an academic challenge before RK Bro got their rematch. Riddle made fun of Otis, who ran out of the ring and to attack him, but Randy came in and hit an RKO on Gable. Otis turned it around to save Gable, but Riddle caught him and laid him out before they celebrated their future rematch in the ring. Yeah, this was a fun segment. Randy Orton's a bit of a dork now, but yeah, on the whole, this was a fun segment. Backstage, Vince McMahon told Austin Theory that if he didn't beat Finn Balor tonight, he would beat up the young superstar himself and send a selfie to his mum. I don't know what to say. Before Austin Theory versus Finn Balor did happen, Theory had the early advantage and sent Finn outside into the apron, but Balor wiped him out at ringside and hit a clothesline as we headed for the break. Back on Raw, Theory lifted Balor and tried for his finisher, but Finn reversed it. Balor missed the coup de grace and took a drop kick before taking the ATL for the 3 count. Theory beat up Balor and got the ATL once more after the match was done. Yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Decent win for Theory. I kind of would like seeing what happened if he lost though, but you know, on the whole, decent win for Theory. Deal with Balor though. Vega and Carmella were out next, and between Nikki and Ripley, and took credit for breaking them up. Nikki attacked Ripley while she was distracted and took her down, unloading on her and dumped her out at ringside. Nikki sent Ripley into the ring steps before posing at ringside and yeah, that match wasn't happening. Well, I was looking forward to it, but typical WWE. But we got Amos versus Reggie, and the 24/7 titles came out before the match began. Reggie tried to use this to stretch and hit a dive, but Amos hit a chokeslam and got a 1-foot pin. Good win for Amos. Just building stuff up. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does around WrestleMania season. Before Maurice was out next on the ring, she was there to clean up the Mrs. mess from last week. She asked Beth Phoenix to join her in the ring, but Edge tagged along. Maurice asked them to cancel the match at Royal Rumble, and the crowd started booing her. Maurice said that they should be friends instead of having a match and should team up together. Beth told her to shut up and denied her request, and said she was hyped to team with Edge and to beat up Maurice. Miz came out and Edge took him down at ringside, and Maurice used this distraction to knock Beth with her purse before running off. On the ramp, Miz and Maurice revealed the purse had a brick inside. Good heel tactics. Just move it on a bit more. It's starting to get physical now. Great little segment, I'll say. Before the Street Profits were backstage with Ray and Dominic, and they were hyped about their upcoming Royal Rumble before heading into the match tonight. And it was a match between the Street Profits and Mysterios, obviously, and then the Dirty Dogs, Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz. Dirty Dogs isolated Dominic in the ring as the match began before Ray was tagged and hit some big moves. The Mysterios were sent out of the ring, and the opposing teams cornered them before the Street Profits came to defend them. Back after the break, Dawkins was tagged in, and he cleared the ring before getting a near fall on Apollo, but Aziz broke the pin. The Dirty Dogs then took double 619s, and Aziz was wiped out as well, before Dawkins and Ford got their finishes on Apollo for the quick win. After the match, the Mysterio sent the Profits over the ropes as a preview of the Royal Rumble, but Ray tossed his son out as well to teach him about not letting his guard. Let's see where this goes. I think this could be the start of something. 6 out of 10. We then got a short video to promote Lashley and Lesnar before we continued the show, and next up, Miz and Maurice were backstage, and they promised an extravagant birthday party next week, which will no doubt be interesting. And Alexa Bliss was still obsessing over Lillian's therapy. It is what it is. I'm not going to really comment until we see where that goes. Before Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins happened, Lashley had the early advantage, but Rollins sent him outside for a big dive. Rollins tried for a second dive, but Lashley caught him and tossed him aside. After a break, Rollins used the ring post and the ropes to take out Lashley's knee and got some big moves, focusing on the injured knee. Lashley countered a stomp and hit a neck breaker before Rollins countered a vertical suplex. Rollins sent Lashley into the turnbuckles and hit a pedigree for a near fall. The Hurt Business attacked Lashley mid-match and tried to take him out, but Lashley took them out before spearing Shelton through the barricades. I mean, you probably shouldn't do that again. Rollins was watching all the carnage when the Usos came in and hit double super kicks as the show went off the air. And it was all kind of chaos. I kind of what we expected, but the match up until that point was decent, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And it's no less than I expected, really. Overall this week, Raw gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I kind of felt like this episode of Raw started off quite badly, but gradually got better as the show went on. And in the end was an okay Raw, nothing special. Definitely not one of the best Raws we've seen recently, but on the whole, it wasn't a dreadful episode of TV. And just keeps things ticking off onto the Rumble. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember your thoughts, comments down below. Follow on this link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to the channel on the screen right now. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.